Book review time. So I'm talking about Yesteryear by Caro Claire Burke. And I know many people are talking about this book, and this is the reason why I got this book and I had to read it. So Natalie Heller Mills, or Hills, I can't read my handwriting, is a trad wife, a Christian influencer. She's pregnant with her 6th child and is living her dream life, recreating the pioneer life on her farm yesteryear. As we get an insight into her life as a successful influencer, the layers peel back and we see that the online Natalie and real life Natalie are battling for dominance. There is exploration of motherhood, Christian values, feminism, and the psychological toll of crafting the perfect life. So in this, Natalie wakes up in a nightmare reality where she is now living life as a real life pioneer woman, and she has her memories of being an influencer and being in the contemporary world. And so we don't know, is someone playing a prank on her? The payoff for me was sublime. The hope is worth it. So this book has been contentious because Anne Hathaway read it, got attached to it, and also it pretty much got a publishing deal and a film deal simultaneously, and so it was kind of been hyped ever since, and it's really put into discussion online, this trad wife concept and the influencer concept. And one of the fascinating things is that the trad wife, or the traditional wife, is the wife who is the stay home, who does all of the home cooking, does everything, and is submissive to her husband. However, we have these social media influencers who are doing all of that, and yet they are the ones who become the income earners, who become the primary income earners, and then the dynamic shifts. And so there is, that exploration and that tension in this book, which was really interesting. I'm obsessed with The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And I love that reality TV show, and the Mormon wives are kind of like the trad wife influencer, but not really, because when you look at a lot of them, they're really bucking the trends of what it means. So I'm just going to read some quotes that I really loved from Yesteryear. And who was I? A flawless Christian woman, the manic pixie American dream girl on this nation's deepest, darkest fantasies, the mother every woman wanted to be, and the wife every man wanted to come home to. Like a nun in an apron, it didn't make sense, but also by God, it worked. So this is page 5. So the first few pages, I was just dying of laughter at some of the lines that Claire Burke had written that were just so insightful. And so this one, she's almost making fun of this, she's the American, the manic pixie American dream girl, and that this fantasy that she's crafting online is complete fantasy, not based in reality at all, but it's working. People are actually buying into it. People want it. And so, that's the thing that I loved about it, this sort of dichotomy between her presenting herself a certain way, but then the reality of her life. And one of the things that I really sort of enjoyed, didn't enjoy is the wrong word, but appreciated, was the exploration of the toll of this online world and the online expectations and the toll that it takes on mental health. And so, I really liked the way that was explored. And then I had another quote that also made me laugh, and this one was on page 6. So again, those first few pages. That's the thing about being a mother and a wife and an influencer all at the same time. It's basically like breastfeeding 3 babies simultaneously, like seducing 3 lovers at once. And I loved that line also because, she's really kind of hitting it on the head, where it's like, she's a mother, she's a wife, she's an influencer, and she's seducing and breastfeeding 3 lovers, 3 babies, and it's like, they're wanting everything from her, but then it's also about the way that she interacts and just the way that works. It's a contentious book. You know, it's one of those books you either love it or you hate it. I personally really liked it, really enjoyed it. I can see why people might not. I am going to be watching the movie when it comes out. Anne Hathaway, do it for me, girl. So yeah, and I would appreciate, you know, what other people have thought and discussion about it, because it is one of those books. You are not impartial when you read Yesteryear.